Who do you think's going to get it done?
Well, I think we're pretty confident in the guys that we've put out there, and we've been, had a squad mentality all year. So next guy up, it's always been that case, and we've sort of playing our best at the right time of the season. So that's all we can ask for.
Yes, thank you there to long-time Ride Hunters Hill member and current coach Tim Collier as we take a look at our path to the finals. Yes, as mentioned, New South doing it the hard way over Sutherland last week. 4-3 wasn't that a contest, and Ride 1-0 over Moorebank. 1-0, well, probably a bit more dominant than that, and they'd certainly love to convert a few more opportunities in this week's grand final. But yes, it should be a gripping contest ahead of us. And back down to Matt Wilson with Union New South coach Liam Cole.
And so I'm joined now by Liam Cole, UNSW first grade coach. It's been a cracking day so far for the club. More of the same?
Yeah, hopefully. It's been a really great day. We've got really good players. We're really fortunate to have that. Special shout out to the Parks boys who won their competition back in the Central West. I think we're really lucky to have country hockey players. So I know there's a lot of critique on Sydney hockey sort of socials about country hockey players, but they're the foundation of our sport, and long live all the parents and coaches in those country towns sending kids up here. So thank you, and yeah, good day for the club.
And a member of that 2015 Premiership side, Jet Leong, number 7 man of the match last week. Brad Murray, well, a bit more about him later in the broadcast, but he has controlled the show for Ride Hunters Hill all year. Simmons in the net, experienced player, long-time Union New South representative, and man of the match this day last year, Miles Davis and Tom Miotto. Look forward to those two controlling the show in the middle.
Through an early scare, getting up over Sutherland. We're about to get underway. You can see the crowd in the sun on the far side. There's 3 times as many just down here below us. It's going to be a fantastic game. Lachlan Morley.
Yeah, we're approaching that sort of twilight electricity, and we're away in the first quarter of the Premier League 1 Grand Final. Ride Hunters Hill, University of New South Wales.
Well, as Beltran, well, he's the past of Spanish hockey. He tried to get going through the middle. Got picked off, but it fell to Davis. Finds the ball all the way in, and Shadlius down and alive to it. Sam Mudford normally doesn't need a second look. On that occasion, he couldn't get the ball moving with any sort of purpose towards goal. A few nervy moments for him. And Ride will get out through Simpson. Long overhead, Gregory. Batchu confronts. That's all stick. Or not. Yeah, we just have another look at that. Davis spun and, he found Mudford. Mudford couldn't really treat. And it will be Johnston. Johnston flicks. It's in. It's through Dylan Simmons. All of a sudden, Ride, well, we saw it last week with Sutherland. Ride take a 1-0 lead. Just 6.5 minutes gone here in this Markham Cup Grand Final. Kobe Johnston.
Yeah, just about straight up the guts, wasn't it? But just too much heat on it. Low, past Dylan Simmons' pad, and that's 1-0 Ride Hunters Hill. I sort of put the reverse Moz on them, didn't I, with that...
He certainly did. We'll take one more look at it on the replay. It was a brilliant flick.
Right, but favours Beltran on the post-up. A lot of room through the midfield there. Beltran skates on. Beltran versus Robson. Robson doing well to keep him wide. Dumps it to Richards. Plays it safe. Collins. Martin. Clever.
Harper wanted the baseline. Shadlius alive to the danger, but that was all Lucas Graham. Well, he scored twice last week, Graham, and he scores again today. It rebounded to him perfectly off that kicker of Shadlius. Couldn't clear, and all of a sudden it's 1 goal each.
Yeah, look, Shadlius did what he could, but yeah, opportunist goal there from Graham, certainly against the momentum and against the weight of possession. But you know what, Dylan Martin just asserting himself on that last couple of minutes, just saying, no, I'm the best player, follow me.
Well, certainly helps with his 33 games of Kookaburra experience. He's got an Olympic silver medal.
He does so. Clever. Batchu with the reach toward the circle. He'll want a result. Tips it back across the face, and there's no one there.
That might come his way in this afternoon's hockey. Ball got all the way through to Beltran. Back to Kobe Johnston. It is Johnston. It's a poor trap though. Woolnough can't reel it in, so he'll spin. He's going to try and get on his reverse. Goes to Johnston. Gregory gets down and does really well to clear.
Broadcast. That's a lot of water has gone under the bridge in this season. These sides have met twice for a 6-2 and 6-1 victory to Uni New South. But Right Hunters Hill obviously not scarred by that experience, and they're throwing everything at the reigning premiers.
And that will be a PC. Jet Leong pouncing on the open ball. He turned, he spun. He took a bit of a swing at one and just forced another save out of Simmons. It was all Simmons could do. It bounced off his chest straight to Pickering. Pickering slapped it out of the air straight back at him. Ball did end up in the back of the net, but PC had already been called, so penalty corner number 3 for Ryde.
Johnston battery again, this time low, and it's up off the first runner's stick and into a Uni New South body. Well defended, not much you can do in those situations.
Well, I thought for a minute that the injector, Fletcher Norris, was going to get that. He was just protecting his head initially, so straight back into the PC, comes out again. Johnston flicking first battery, rifles it! Absolutely rifles it into the top left corner. You do not see drag flicks better than that. What a finish. That was going like a rocket.
Absolutely right, Matt. His first one was a few inches off the deck. That one was a few inches inside the crossbar and nailing it.
What a finish from Kobe Johnston. Well, we certainly did say it early on. They could not score. I reckon, as you said, they had about 15 PCs already in this final series and yet to make anything meaningful from them. All of a sudden, I reckon they've done about 3 hours of work during the week, because Kobe Johnston goes bang bang and
set his feet perfectly to receive and knew exactly where it was going.
Yeah, he'll have wanted better best week, although that gets all the way through. Pickering, the man who's only returned the last week, goes in reverse. It's into the top corner. It's over the shoulder of Dylan Simmons. It's 3-1. Right Hunters Hill, Jack Pickering, well, he got the assist last week. He only returned last week from a shattered tibia. It's a fairy tale story.
Yeah, look, tried to get under that for the squeeze. Very well defended, always tough to do, but Pickering pounced. And, you know, from that angle, it takes a bit of luck to get it past the keeper, but he's done it, hit it hard enough, and between the posts, Right Hunters Hill 3, Uni New South 1.
That is an absolutely incredible finish from Pickering. He just pounced on the loose ball. He fired it over the near shoulder of Dylan Simmons in goal. Simmons, he's been so good all year. Johnston, May, needs Simpson to lead, and yeah, he wasn't quick enough. He took his eyes off it. Miles Davis did not. Davis confronts and drives, and he's going to carry all the way over the 25. As far as the circle, Woolnough said he chopped him outside the circle. Deliberate infringement, says Zeke Newman. Field, but we know he's deadly from the PC. Their preferred option has been Gregory Miotto, and that's the way they go. Miotto flicks, save down low from Ashadlius, and Woolnough caught the back of the stick of, it looked like Eddie Harper, but we'll see if we can confirm that for you. And it will be a penalty stroke.
Shivers is the man pouncing on that. Look, on one hand, you don't be giving away penalty strokes, but I mean, I can kind of cop that. I'd back 9 out of 10 players to nail that. And well,
yeah, you have to think that he was scoring. So Mudford, Ashadlius, wide. They've missed another one.
Yeah, just as we saw in Premier League 2, in Premier League 1, we have a stroke go well wide, and from a noted goal scorer as well.
Markham Cup Grand Final, you'd have to say it's going to be this Uni New South side. They score goals for fun. 99 in the regular season. UNSW, as Harper doesn't really catch that. He'll go back to goal, gets through Batchu, comes inside Harper. It's a brilliant bit of work. Still there. And first one, no advantage.
Well, I'm not even sure that there was a first one. But here we go anyway. Richards along the baseline and across the face.
Well, Johnson, he took a swipe at it. He didn't make contact and can't really sneak anything past him, can you? Although that, well, you don't have to sneak that past. That's just a straight up turnover. Jet Leong, Burns, Gregory. Harper chases back, so Simpson, he flicks it out. Simpson, took the back of his stick. That was the moment. 4-1. Might have felt like a bridge too far, but Leong, he was the fire starter last week in the press. He's just done it again. Simpson could not finish on that occasion. Either way, Simmons had it covered.
Yeah, nice bit of attacking hockey though from Wright Hunters Hill, at least on that occasion, unlike several moments.
Did, confronted by Norris, turns inside, gets all the way through. Beltran took a wild swipe on the tomahawk, didn't get any meaningful sort of contact and bounces straight off a somewhat surprised Shadlius that was even coming at him. Beltran really trying to get involved now. Hill. Shivers. Oh, lovely. Great pick from Alex May. And Shivers might find himself just getting a little bit of a sit down here. He certainly does.
Yeah.
Got all tangled up.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that was a legit accident. And like, what do you want him to do? Like,
gets all the way across to Finlay on the far side. He's got Alex May in support. He uses him 1-2, gets to the baseline, drags back inside. Josh Gregory, oh, what a champion. That is a great tackle from him. Griffith, though, picks up the spill. May into Finlay. Spins, finds Robson. Robson shoots, doesn't score, but it falls to Pickering. He had a moment where Simmons was out of it. Instead, he tries to rifle one back across the circle. All he can do is find Gregory, and again, that was another moment. We talked about Ryde not putting Moorbank away and leaving them in it last week. Is it going to happen again, Lachlan? Are we going down to the death with this one?
well, we're just past the halfway mark of this third quarter. It's as it was at halftime, 3-1 right over Union New South. And after some semi-threatening efforts forward from, it's with McEwen in the circle, it hits the deck, and I think McEwen's probably lucky to stay on there. He elected to hit the deck and made contact with his opponent.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, I mean, even if it's accidental, it still warrants a yellow card. Nick McEwen does not get one. Ball did end up in the back of the net, and the crowd went wild, but back out there and implementing changes, but the ability to do it in quarters is what's held them in such good stead. They're going to have to do it today as Ryde come charging back through the middle of the pitch again. Leong wanted to access the middle. Harper, that is a very strong challenge. Zeke Newman says, too strong. Penalty corner. Kobe Johnson turns around to his mate Alex May at fullback and says, you stay here. It does come out. Johnston flicks, well run down, forced Leong on the back post, and it flashed past the stick.
Stevens up the line and uses him. Again,
Simpson, though, great pick-off in the middle of the pitch, and they're going to turn and go. This is where Ryde have looked at their best. They've been taking the ball off Uni all day. Simpson gets all the way through. It's Robson on the back post. He knocks it into the bottom corner. He stands up. It's the double fist bump. Ryde restore their 2-goal buffer. Josh Robson, we said that he was the man pre-game, and he has ball. Tries to find Beltran, but he can't trap it. It spills to May, although Dolby's in there. Gets it back. Davis. Dolby running for him, just holds it up, and then flicks beautifully. Gets away from Bachu. And that is a penalty corner. So, all to do here for Union New South. It comes out, Gregory, Miotto will flick, and it's a great save from Shadlius. Big right boot, protecting his bottom corner. Very important bit of work from him. Aim Battery, Miotto on the left, Mudford on the right. They've gone to Miotto all 3 times to this point. Comes out, they go again. Miotto flicks and over the bar. Shadlius had it covered regardless. That is not going to do any favours for Uni as they try and overturn a 2-goal deficit.
No, they've got to be between the posts at this stage.
Stay out there. He is tough as they come. The Ryde Hunters Hill fullback. Just a young man himself. Already a leader in this defensive outfit. as Norris tries to charge out of defence. Beltran gets him. Beltran's going to track across the top of the circle, tries to find the ball in. That was outside the circle from Finlay. Really well run down. Couple of unhappy people in the UNSW supporter bay, but he certainly was outside the circle. Simpson forces him back again. All the way in, Davis trying to work inside the phone box, and it's in. Sam Mudford on the reverse. 4 goals to 3. They've peaked it back to a 1-goal deficit once again.
Yeah, look, ugly but persistent. That's what I put that down to. They've been knocking on the door for a while in this fourth quarter, but UD New South pull back a third. It's a 1-goal deficit with 6.5 on the clock, and we have a grandstand finish ahead of us, Matt.
Oh, he was the one last week, Sam Mudford. He's been fantastic for UNSW for such a long time. He was fantastic in last year's grand final. Davis couldn't control it, but it just fell to Mudford and went straight to his reverse.
Engaging in a bit of push and shove there. Stevens to the right, toward the top of the circle, and rolls it onto the foot of Brad Murray just inside the circle. Well played, James Stevens.
Richards to inject. It's Mioto on the left, Mudford on the right. Do they try something fancy? Back to the injector. They go to Mudford. He flicks. It's run down again. Looks like it took body, so it will be a reward. Yep.
Yep. And again, very well run down short corner, and it's Jet Leong who wears that one. But he plays with passion. He plays with discipline, and that's why his teammates love him.
So we go again. Richards injects. Mudford had to change angle slightly, and brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And umpire Scott O'Brien uses all of his 319 games experience to say that took a foot as well. Just out of shot there, but Woolno has been absolutely brilliant to this point. He's probably their best player for mine so far. Lachlan, I don't know if you've got a different opinion, but Richards injects, he stuffed that up, he can't go again at it, so Wright will get out, and they're out all the way. McEwen, he's got Batchu running inside, he's got Griffith behind him, he likes to go straight at Flack, he comes back out, Griffith into the circle, he's going to shoot across goal, Batchu knocked it in, the man, we might have a turnover of the decision. It did find its way into the back of the net. Based on where Batchu's stick was, I actually thought he kicked it, but we'll have a look on the replay as soon as we get it. Newman and O'Brien are going to talk to each other. They're going to converse. This could be the decision that decides the Markham Cup. Griffith, it's on the clock here, Lachlan.
And just as we
Uni have pulled the keeper.
Yep, Dylan Simmons is off the ground with just inside 3 minutes to go. Uni New South electing to go the man advantage.
Davis, Flack. Mudford gets brought down outside the circle. That'll be a PC.
Yeah, Robson. Mudford, battery 2. Mioto. And it's out the back of the stick. The roar goes up from the black and white crowd. They're out in force. 40 seconds on the clock. Inside 20 seconds to go. Experienced player. Played that so well. And he has led awesomely for his adopted club, Ryde Hunters Hill, in his first season. Into the circle, and that closes out the match. Ryde Hunters Hill break a 10-year Premier League 1 premiership drought with a 4-3 win over their, short corner. I apologise to everyone at home. The noise at the ground was quite overwhelming, and I just didn't. You could hear a pin drop at the ground. It's close to silence. Mioto. It's up. Escadlius repels the first shot. And that does it for Ryde Hunters Hill. That is the 2025 Markham Cup going to Ryde Hunters Hill over University of New South Wales.
We made it hard. We made it really hard. Yeah.
Certainly did. You guys were the better team all day and you got the win. Go celebrate with your mates.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Got the job done.
Yeah, it was close like grand finals are, and I feel like I've played a game. I'm exhausted, but just super proud of the guys. It was just really gutsy, and right to the end, it was close. So just super excited. It's been 10 years since we've got one. So, we owe this to the whole club, and all the support we've had today has been sensational. So
So I'm here with Brad Murray, winning captain. How do you feel?
Yeah, wow. We didn't make it easy for ourselves at the end there, but geez, it's like so exciting. It's been 10 years in the making for the club, and it's incredible. Bit lost for words, to be honest. So very special.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, they were coming hard. We always knew they were going to, and you guys just stood up so well defensively. I think 8 PCs in that last quarter.
Yeah, Oshie in the net was huge, and the boys running it down was massive, and we just said you got to be brave, and they did it. So it was very special. Very.